What is going on, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. This week, I decided, you know what, let's keep the Bond train going. I'm going to review Goldeneye. Now, believe it or not, there's a bit of disclaimer, and I want to spoil this to you right now. So, believe it or not, I was actually going to save Goldeneye for a special milestone event, which would have been my 200th episode. But at this rate, I don't know if I'll ever reach 200 episodes at the moment. But maybe eventually I'll get something better to review for my 200th episode if I make it that far. So I wanted to finally talk about Goldeneye because if anybody has followed me on this channel, you know how much I talked about this movie. Okay, back in my favorite Bond movie countdown. Because this movie I really enjoyed because this is a movie from my childhood. I really enjoyed this movie because of just how cool, batshit crazy, and was just all around a great Bond. The Bond movie that made me fall in love with the whole Bond genre and the whole espionage, genre in general. But yeah. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about Goldeneye, folks. And because I believe it's almost been 25, 26 years since this movie came out. So let's talk about it. And, yeah. All right. What can I say about it? This had the perfect formula and all the makings of, all right, here we go. It's a new era. It is now the 90s, okay? The Timothy Dalton, The Living Daylights, and the License to Kill, they're in our rear view mirror. Now it's the 90s, so who would take up the role? But why another than Pierce Brosnan? And Brosnan took this role and just practically ran with it for 3 more movies. And I'm going to admit this right now. He is definitely one of my personal favorite Bonds, right up there next to Roger Moore. But holy hot hell, Goldeneye has the perfect standard of what a action blockbuster should be. And it's all there. You have the perfect slow build, the suspense, the action, the great characters, and then of course the unexpected twist. It's all there. And of course you got your typical Bond girls. You got Natalia, and you got Xenia. I don't want Xenia. That's possibly the best double entendre name ever. But yeah, you got all of this together, and you got a good cast. And this, to me, is like a dynamite combination to present to the masses for the next generation of Bond fans, which of course would have been guys like me and practically anybody who grew up in the 90s. And and yes, believe it or not, because of this movie is the reason why we got the Goldeneye video game and any first person shooters afterward. And if it weren't for this, yeah, come on, think about this. This is a gold standard in a way. So yeah. Not much else I can say about that. Brosnan, obviously, fantastic work. I loved Sean Bean playing 006, or spoilers ahead, he is the mysterious character of Yanis, of course, for everyone who's never seen it. So if you've never stopped and go watch that movie, where the hell have you been? And yeah, Famke Janssen, oh my God, what a great character actress to play a great villainous, role. You get my point. And Xenia, and of course, I can't believe this is the same actress who's gone years later. Hey, she's Jean Grey in the X-Men movies, and so on and so forth. If you had to pick a way to get her start, I feel like this is it. And she took this role and ran with it. And of course, obviously, another thing that I think made fans fall in love with this was, of course, the cheesy, fun, over-the-top moments especially from Q Branch. My goodness, Desmond Llewellyn. I really loved his dialogue in this movie, even though he's only on screen for a couple of minutes. Giving Bond his new gear, his car, which of course I think that's to me is the weakest part in this movie. Is okay, no longer the Aston Martin. We did see the Aston Martin in the opening sequence, post credit sequence, and if that makes sense. But now he gets a BMW. Really? I feel like a BMW just wanted to be hey, here's a new car we want to push onto you. I think it'd be great for the movie. It was anticlimactic how they used the car, and there's so many things that people have said that I feel like they could have just changed a little bit. But when it comes to Goldeneye, because everything else is perfect, it's we get a car and it's not properly used. I get it. We could have used more DB5. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, not much else I can say when it comes to the car things. No great car stunts, in my opinion. But, of course, the tank chase through downtown St. Petersburg, holy shit, that is destruction on steroids. A little bit mixed with a little dark comedy. I really enjoyed it. It's like, oh my god! And I remember remember this turning into the tank stage in the games, and that just made me just go, holy shit! Time to wreck carnage, and you're just plowing through the streets, police blowing up shit. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, you could definitely see a lot that Goldeneye laid for generations to come. And yes, believe it or not, no special effects. I feel like most of it was just, like good practical stuff, and sometimes we'll buy doubles, obviously, especially when it came to the opening bungee jump scene. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there was like 4 or 5 different cameras rolling to get Bond from all these different angles, and they spliced it together. And of course, you can clearly tell from certain distances that you can tell that's not Pierce Brosnan, but you can clearly say that is such a breathtaking opening. So, so there you go. Well, did you know fact about Goldeneye? All right. So yeah, I feel like I think I've touched everything I can about Goldeneye. It's one of my favorite Bonds. It's a good action-packed adventure. Good. It's great. It's great all around. Like good dialogue, great casting choices. You name it. Okay. If you don't know Bond until you've seen Goldeneye, and I feel like Goldeneye is like one of the top tier Bonds, okay? But of course, that's up for debate. Maybe that's something I could talk about in a later video, like which is the better Bonds, or like rank it from best to worst. I don't know. That's a tall order, and especially now with No Time to Die coming out, we're at, or should I say, already out. So hey, stay tuned. By the way, all right. So with that in mind, I'm gonna give Goldeneye a 9 out of 10. Okay, there you go. That's enough said there. I hope you guys enjoyed this week. I want to hear your thoughts about it. So with that, thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, stay here for some more awesome and exciting videos.